Hello and welcome to my bedroom. I know it seems like for those that are returning viewers, I'm all over my house and kind of am, um, and I will explain that in a little bit. For those that are new here, my name is the Convicted Christian. I am 7 years clean. I did almost 10 years in prison. And if it wasn't for the strength that God decided to give me, and that I asked for, I probably would still be in prison or dead today. So, uh, I know that I said that I was going to be doing um, more videos, and then literally the next week, I barely put any out. And I should have timed it better, maybe after this point, but I'm very much of a if I don't do it now, it never gets done type of guy. And, well, me and my wife had our newborn baby. So, I've been a little busy trying to get used to changing diapers every 2 hours again. Um, Setting up swings and tearing down Christmas and all that stuff, and we are just beyond excited. This is probably going to be our last one, and it's our third and my fourth. I did have a child before me and my wife got married, and so it's a little bittersweet. It's um, a little hard, especially on my wife, and she struggles with that idea. Because I don't know how it feels to be a new time mom. I don't know how that feels. But if it feels anything like being, a new dad again, and having that sense of protection and being the warrior to to face the storms for your child, to never feel that again so fiercely. I still feel it for my other children. But there's something about newborns, man. There's something about it that it just wells up in you in such a way that if it meant protecting my daughter, I would have burned down that hospital around our ears. If it meant protecting that little girl. And to never feel that again, to never feel that such just core protectiveness, that's hard. That's hard to never have that just surge through your soul, through your heart as a man. And according to everything I can see, a mother's connection is deeper. So I can't even imagine. So it's a little bittersweet, but we are happy. There is a happy and healthy newborn in our home, and we cannot ask for more than that, can we? And that brings up today's topic. Um, and yes, I will try my dangest to get on a better schedule. And dang, really looks like I need to shave too, especially here. Well, things will get put in order, and I will hopefully look better as the videos progress. But today's video is about not overlooking the small blessings. For those of us who are in prison, it's easy to not look over the small blessings. At least for me, and I'm sure a fair amount of like-minded men as myself. You know, when I went to prison the first time, losing your freedom, yeah, it sucks. But if you're realistic about it, you knew you had it coming. You knew that you deserved to be in jail because of something you did. And there's guys that don't deserve to be in jail. But those of us that deserve to be there, losing our freedom is kind of like a, yeah, well, I should have seen that coming. So, sorry for all the shifting too, guys. I am kneeling to be able to get this video done because the baby's trying to sleep in the other room where I usually do my videos, and I don't want to wake him. I don't want to wake the baby up, so, or my wife who's out there watching her. So, yeah. But for us guys, it's not really the big things, you know. It's not like losing the freedom, losing your job. You know, that kind of comes with the territory of someone that lives, you know, a mostly or predominantly criminal lifestyle. Someone that is eventually going to go anyway. You kind of get into a point of you don't make too many ties. You don't set up for the future because you know that eventually it's just going to be gone anyways. And so it's real easy to just be all like, don't need it. What kills you, what really gets you, are the small things. So, like for me, when I went in, the first place I was in, of course, is county jail. That's typically where most people, I don't know other states, but here, you go to county jail, and that's where you go for court and all that, and your hearing and potential trial and sentencing. Frosted windows, you don't see the outside unless you're going from the jail to the courthouse, and in some counties you don't even get that, because sometimes the county jail is connected to the courthouse, so you never get to see outside. And my last prison term, I spent 15 months in county jail. I spent a considerable amount of time in county jail, and I had just gotten used to not seeing the outside. You know, it's crazy the things that your brain will accept on behalf of trying to keep your sanity from just the monotony. You know, I was in a pod 24 hours a day, mostly 7 days a week, sometimes 6 if we were lucky enough to be able to go in a different room for a little bit to use the pull-up bar. And then we were in our cell for at least 10 of those hours a day. You know, so it gets pretty beaten into you, that monotony. It's hard. So you just let go of the things that would not help you maintain sanity, maintain, you know, a clear mind in those situations, especially if you're in a pod with people that are potentially dangerous, which everybody in jail is potentially dangerous. I mean, we're a bunch of men with testosterone flowing through our bodies, and we still can call our loved ones, and we may be in a heightened emotional state. When that happens, you don't know what's going to happen after. So I got used to that 15 months. And then I went to prison processing, which in here, there's one prison that does it. And I was sitting by a window, which only had very thick, security screen on it, but you could see outside. And if you really could, blur your vision a little bit, but keep it focused, kind of like see past the screen, they kind of fuzzed out and it almost disappeared. Well, I'm sitting there at night and I'm just staring up, just amazed that I can see the outside again. Just absolutely floored at seeing the sky. And then I saw the moon. And I broke down. I cried right there, as quietly as I could, because I am in a prison full of guys, and I don't want to seem weak. And I don't know my cellmate, so I don't want to seem weak to him. So had to cry quietly, but I cried because I didn't realize how much just seeing the moon meant to me. I'm sure that you can say that's associated with the fact that I lost my freedom and yada yada. Yes, true, you can. But for me, it was purely just being able to see the moon. Not even being out and seeing the moon, just seeing the moon again. Huge, huge difference in how I felt about other things. And that's small. You wouldn't think seeing the moon, really? The moon, really? Yeah. It meant something to me. And so for me, it's never the big things that bothered me, because I could always find a way to write those off, either because of my own actions or just trying to keep level-headed. It was the small things that always got through. My mom coming to see me on a visit, and she didn't forget the quarters, so she was able to get me a little snack from the vending machine. Being able to read to my oldest daughter and bring a smile on her face despite the situation we were in. The times of camaraderie that we had with the other prisoners, especially during Christmas and holidays, and we would get together and we wouldn't care about how much it cost for one person to make something, and we all pulled together, and if you had a little and you could put it in, then you had a lot with us. That meant a lot, and it's something so small, and it fades so quick, that feeling of blessing. And now that I'm out, I've realized that, especially with the birth of our newborn, of our new baby, it's the small things that get us through. How often do we actually have those super huge, massive blessings? Someone paid off our house. If we've ever had blessings that large. It's the little ones that truly matter, because the big ones can be taken for granted over time. But we take for granted the little ones every day, all the time, and we never stop and see them for what they are. Holding my daughter for the first time. I'm just the dad. It may not seem like much, especially to ladies, to men that don't have kids. It may not seem like much. It really won't. But that means something. It means something to me in that moment. And so you gotta find your blessings. True blessings, not double-edged swords, not things that can be turned around on you, just your daily blessings. And you need to hold on to them. Don't trap them, because there's a way to turn a blessing into something that isn't, by just your own actions. But hold on to that feeling. And then when another blessing happens, hold on to that feeling. Because it's those little ones that are going to get us through day in, day out. It's those little ones that are going to tide us over. You know, holding my 5-year-old's hand on a walk. Amazing. Getting a hug from my 2-year-old after I've had a hard day, and I hear her little whisper in my ear, "I love you, Papa." You have no idea. If you haven't felt that before, it's absolutely the best. And it's small. But without those little blessings, my world would not be complete. And I wouldn't be able to make it day to day. I wouldn't think that what I was doing mattered. And so when you see those blessings, when someone reaches out to you with love and caring and just does it because they care about you and you need it, hold on to that, man. Hold tight. Because that'll get you through the day. That'll keep you sober one more day. That'll keep you out of jail one more day. If we hold on to those, and we also give it back in return. Thank you guys for watching. If you could please share, comment, subscribe, hit the rumble button, follow. I don't know all the words. Whatever everyone else says. You know, I'm not an influencer. I'm not a tuber. I'm not a TikToker. I'm just a guy trying to help out. And if you guys could help me out so I can help spread my message, that'd be awesome. If you have a comment or a question or something you want to say, please send it under this video. I will get to it on my next video. I'll answer it. I will explain something. I will just shout out your name if you want me to. You know, I'm up to 16 subscribers. You know, it's not a lot to someone else, but you know what? Each and every one of those is a blessing. And I really hope I can hold on to those. And I hope that I can gain your subscription, your whatever free method of following me is. I really hope I earn that, because that it will be one more blessing that'll help propel my story to those who need it. And remember, if we want to change the world, we have to change ourselves and keep the blessings rolling. Thank you, and have a good night.